RxMuscle.com. An update for Bros versus Pros 14, Deer Park Gold's Gym, Central Long Island. IFBB Pro Colette Nelson, who demolished the competition in December at the Diamond Gym. She's back for more, deadlifting 185, curling 60. She says she's ready to go, but you sound like you're a little on the dark side of the weather. You're sounding rough.
It was rough. I mean, I got something on Friday, and I got the sore throat, and I got the body aches. And if anybody knows me, for me to take time off the gym is like, doesn't happen. I mean, I got my boobs done how many times, and I was in the gym like the next day. You know what I mean? So,
right.
But I was out. Yeah, I was laid out. I just, it's been 3 days since I've just been in there, and it just kicked my ass. It really did.
So for those keeping track at home, it's boobs 1, cold kicking her butt 0. So that's the score as I see it. I know that some people know, but I don't know that our entire audience knows. Now, you're a type 1 diabetic, correct?
I am. Yep, since I was 11. Well, yeah, 12 years old.
12 years old. How when you get sick like this, how does that affect your blood sugars and being able to maintain some stability?
This is something that everybody should think about and if they do have diabetes, and I always teach this, is your blood sugars actually go up. Like, I had to take double the amount of insulin to keep my blood sugars down. And that's where people end up going into DKA, which is diabetic ketoacidosis, the type 1s especially, because they end up thinking, oh God, I'm not eating that much, and I'll just reduce my insulin, and then you just become more insulin resistant, and then that's when your blood sugars spiral out of control. So I actually was like, my first day with this, dealing with this, it was like, I wasn't really that hungry, but me, I will eat, no matter what. So I just made a protein shake, and then my blood sugars are always in control. But I mean, it went up to 200. I'm like, what the hell? And then I was immediately like, you know what? I got to increase my insulin. And then I did that, and I kept it at bay. But it's amazing. It was amazing.
Now, is it because your cortisol levels are coming up and your body's having to break down different, it's working so hard on so many different things that it's releasing extra glycogen in the bloodstream? What do you think that effect is from?
It's so interesting because when you think about it, in the human body, right, there's only really one main hormone to lower your blood sugar, and that's insulin. People got to realize the human body was kind of, made a little mistake in thinking about there's only one thing that can lower the blood sugar, but there's like 10 things that can raise it. So adrenaline, norepinephrine, growth hormone, glucagon, cortisol. So all these hormones that are kind of in the mix when your body's fighting off infection, spike up your blood sugar. So it's and you only got one thing to lower it, and in me, I don't make insulin, so it's like, great, I really got to pretty much fundamentally replace all my insulin and then figure out what my body is doing at the same time. So it's not a fun game, let me tell you.
So during this process, there was no backup plan we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 10 toes, but no backup plan for controlling glycogen.
Yeah, it's really true. We had nothing. We had one main hormone, and when that hormone fails, you got to replace it. There's nothing else.
Well, let's move forward. And I know you've been training with IFBB Pro Gina Quinn. You guys have been deadlifting together. Prior to getting ill, how was that going for you?
That was really good. We had a really good day at the gym. Actually, literally just about a week before I got sick. And what my game plan was is I'm doing leading up. So this week I did 135, then I did 155, and how I'm doing it is I'm doing 5 sets of 10, and my 6th set I'm doing 30 reps. Okay,
sure.
So this is kind of my theory. So I did that with 135, no problem. I did that with 155, no problem. This week, since I've been put back, which I'm so irritated about, but I'm hoping by this weekend I'm going to do 175, 5 sets of 10, and then a rep set of 30. So then the week before the event, I'm going to be doing 185, 5 sets of 10, and then a set of 130. So I'm kind of conditioned. So I really feel that at that point, if I'm doing after 5 sets of 10 and then a rep set of 30, that I should be able to minimally get, I don't know, my goal is to at least get 50 reps with that 185, and then with a good crowd, my insanity kicking in, so that's kind of my training method. I mean, whether, how scientific that is, Bryan, I don't know, but that's what works for me. So that's kind of what my plan is.
As a strength athlete, I see the common sense behind that, and it makes complete sense. And I think then when it really comes down to it, you proved that 60 reps in the bench at 60% your body weight proved to be, you smoked through that. This is a whole different beast in that it's a heavier weight, 185, and it's a total body exercise. And really, between you and Rebecca, and remind our listeners that Rebecca deadlifted at the Phoenix Europa in Bros versus Pros, I believe it was 12. She deadlifted her body weight at the time, which was, she was light, she was 125, 157 repetitions. She was on the stage for like 7 minutes going up and down. It was ridiculous. But both of you being ill right before, and all of this kind of culminating, it may wind up just being a matter of attrition at that point as to who can bring the most gas in the tank to the show.
Yeah, that really is, because that deadlift, man, that takes a lot out of you. That is a hard lift. There's no question. That is a hard lift.
It is, and to do it from a strength standpoint, people love to deadlift heavy, but who really deadlifts for repetitions in the 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 range, whatever it's going to take to win this thing?
Yeah,
who does that?
No one. No one wants. It's insane.
Yeah. Except for the douchey CrossFitters who do, 95 pounds, they do it 12 times, and they've set some kind of world record in their own organization. So, and no disrespect to my CrossFitters out there, of course, that's just my personal opinion, not my professional opinion. But anyway, Colette, I wish you well. Please get well, and I expect big things. This show is going to be awesome. Again, February 16th, 1 p.m., Deer Park Gold's Gym, Central Long Island, right smack in the middle of the island. IFBB Pro Dave Watson has invited us out to come compete out there again. On the men's side, IFBB Pro Seth Ferrocci will be our men's pro, and representing the amateurs, the all-American blue-collar fella, Mark Lurch, 3 times deadlifting champion of Bros versus Pros. He has deadlifted 405. Colette, get this, 405 for 47 reps.
That's sick. That is sick. I hats off to him, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a show, so we're really looking forward to it. Mark's already said, just go ahead and make the check out to me. I'm ready. You can predate it if you need to, because I'm ready to go. So, Colette, please get well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm planning on it. Believe me, I'm going to be back.
back and back for more. And it is confirmed. We're going to be at the Diamond Gym again. I don't know. We're probably going to do the bench again, but we'll be back at the Diamond Gym in December for the John Kemper Memorial 2. So make sure you're prepared for that too later in the year. Okay.
Definitely.
All right, sweetheart. Take care of yourself. Get well, and I will. We'll talk to you again We'll probably talk to you again next weekend.
All right. Sounds perfect. All right, Bryan. Take care.
All right, dear. Thanks. Again, IFBB Pro Colette Nelson. I'm Bryan Hildebrand with RxMuscle, reminding you, February 16th, 1 p.m., Deer Park Gold's Gym at Bros versus Pros 14. IFBB Pro Dave Watson inviting us out. Mark Lurch, Seth Ferrocci, Colette Nelson, Rebecca Klopp. It's going to be a hell of a show. We hope to see you guys there.